Once upon a time, in a cheerful little town by the River Thames, there lived a curious girl named Bridget. She loved to build things: sand castles, towers from blocks, and even bridges made from sticks and string. But Bridget's biggest dream was to one day help repair the real London Bridge, the most famous bridge in the whole kingdom. It had stood for centuries, carrying people across the wide, sparkling river. And though it was old, Bridget believed it still had stories left to tell. One sunny morning, the townspeople woke to a strange sound. Crack, creak, snap! A part of the London Bridge had broken and tumbled into the river. Everyone panicked. "The bridge is falling down," cried the baker. "It's too old to fix," said the tailor. "It's just too hard," sighed the mayor. But not Bridget. She looked at the fallen stones and beams and said, "We can rebuild it. We just have to try." Some people laughed. "You're just a little girl. What can you do?" Bridget's cheeks turned red, but she stood tall. "Even if I fall, I'll get back up again." That's what bridges and people are meant to do. So she began. At first, it was small, stacking stones, studying how arches held weight. She read old books, asked questions, and drew hundreds of sketches. The first bridge she tried to build collapsed with a splash. The second one leaned sideways and toppled in the wind. Even her third attempt cracked in the middle and crumbled. Bridget sat on the riverbank, eyes full of tears. Maybe they were right. Maybe she was too small. Maybe it was impossible. But then she felt a gentle tap on her shoulder. It was an old woman who had been watching from her window. "Child," she said softly, "do you know the secret of the old London Bridge?" Bridget sniffled. "No, it fell many times, again and again. But every time, someone rose up to rebuild it. That's why it's famous. Not because it never fell, but because it always stood again." Bridget blinked. "Really? Really?" The woman smiled. "Falling isn't the end. Rising is the magic." Bridget's eyes lit up. The next day, she gathered her friends. "I can't do it alone," she said, "but together, we can make something strong." So the children gathered stones, the grown-ups brought tools, and soon the whole town joined in. They built and rebuilt, testing, failing, laughing, trying again. And at last, they stood back and smiled. The bridge stood tall. It wasn't just any bridge. It was a new bridge. A bridge built from courage, teamwork, and heart. From then on, whenever people crossed it, they'd pause at the middle, where a small plaque read, "Built by those who believed in rising again." And every night, Bridget would look at the glowing bridge under the stars and whisper to herself, "The greatest accomplishment isn't in never falling, but in rising again after you fall." And the old bridge, now stronger than ever, seemed to whisper back, "London Bridge is standing strong."